feel like a crack. So anyways, we're gonna be painting. I have my book, I have a paintbrush, and it was a lie. You tapped on this expecting there to be tea. There's no tea. The closest thing I have is this water that I'm using to clean my paint. Brew some tea for me because I'm out here without any. But let's spill the tea anyways. Okay, let's spill the tea as I paint. Chaotically. We are seeing a beautiful shift in energy. I feel like a crackhead right now. It's fine. Okay, guys. Water. Get your water. Drink your tea. I will probably brew some tea tonight. But right now, I just felt led to talk because the emotions are going. I'm flowing with them. There's a lot of them, and a lot of things are changing and shifting for everybody. So that's really exciting. I tell you that time is just not as structured as it usually is. And I'm telling you this because obviously you may see, like, oh, 1 second, you got all the time in the world, next to be at peace and to be okay with shifts is important. So, what I'm getting energetically, we have a lot of energy. The energy is allowing us to move. Sagittarius being this like cardinal or something. It's just like cardinal fire sign. No, oh, what's going on up there, down here, around, and it is easy to kind of either feel like you are doing too much all at once, like how you might like be thinking right now, like how am I doing all of this right now, like how is this all fitting into my human life. That might be like your responsibilities and just juggling them. And we are aware that there's going to be this break, like things are going to get easier. In one sense of the way, they're going to get easier if you're struggling with juggling all of the energy, either mentally or emotionally or physically. But on the other aspect, it's kind of how can we say, like things are going to change. They're not going to look the same. So like it's kind of like you're working at one job now, and things totally change when you get a new job. Different schedule, different people, different commute, different job. And so the past doesn't apply to the present future, you could say. And we all kind of have to be okay with that unfamiliarity. Okay, that's something that we all have to be all right with because it's going to continue to shift and change. You can see that more and more people are going to be tapping into their gifts. And I think that for some people it can be a bit discouraging because they might see like, oh my gosh, all these people are doing amazing things and here I am. And savor that because it's not going to be like that for long. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited for me. I'm excited for everybody watching this and everybody on the planet. But it's also like a bittersweet moment of realizing that things are changing, and what you may have wanted is also changing, and everything surrounding that, your whole experience is changing, and collectively we're all changing together. Things are shifting quickly, and so we're grieving at this time, I think, a lot of things that are being let go of. I like full moons because they are a time where we tend to have an abundance of energy, emotion, insight, thoughts. There's an abundance of energy within our presence that we can kind of reflect on. But it also can feel like there's a lot of pressure. Like maybe at this time you're also feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Whatever it is, whatever this is, it just feels overbearing. It feels too much. And you're not alone. There's again like a big shift coming. There's a big shift coming, and you can have patience with yourself because it's kind of like, you know, the whole, it's not about the destination, it's not about the journey, you know the saying. I'm not even gonna try to say it. It's not relevant right now, guys. Not relevant. But what is relevant is that right now, check yourself, check your emotions. Things are gonna go really quickly. Write down your intentions, okay? What are your intentions? What are you releasing at this time? And I said, like, that big sigh was really because, like, we're all releasing something. Like, you know, no longer, you had a choice to be aware of what you're releasing, but it's kind of like it's going to be forced away from you. So you need to be aware, okay, what is it that you're releasing? Is it like a certain behavior? Is it a certain job? Is it a certain mindset? Like, what is it that at this time you're releasing? Identify it. I think for a lot of people that don't like practice intention setting with their energy, they're gonna be like just rudely awakened that something is gonna drop, something is gonna be let go of. And I mean, it's for their good, it's for their higher purpose, but it also is something that at this time prepare for. Like, do your manifestation journaling, you know, take your moon water, do your moon meditations, you know, stare at the moon and reflect on these things, because now is the time. So what I find really interesting about Scorpio keeps coming up for me a lot. Sagittarius is the ability, like the agility, the versatility, and the way that you can learn through moments of hardship. I think that it's also about traveling. You know, it's about taking either ideas or your physical being or your emotions and moving them from one state to another. So there's like a big chapter that we're now being open into. And before we go to that new chapter, this is the moment where you reflect and see, okay, like, this is what's happened. How can I, you know, make sure that I'm utilizing my energy the best way? Make sure that I'm like honoring the sacrifice, whatever it is, so that I can get to where I want to go. And it's really fun because even though we have a lot of uncertainties in the air always, we are given the opportunity to learn from them. So before you go and just try to let go and release whatever you're trying to release, look at the lesson. What did you learn from this, okay? Because whether it has to do with love or family or energy, like, you already know that it's really about what you're learning. Like, who are you learning from? For me personally, this is coming in the form of people. Like, when I interact with people, in the past, sometimes I could have this mindset of like, oh, they're just like, they're around. I'm gonna get my paint so I can like paint my dog Jedi because he's barking. I'm not actually gonna paint him, but it's actually like, literally, come here, my friend, if you want to bark. He doesn't want to come here. But it's actually like, I've learned so much from people. What do I mean by that? Well, at first I had this mindset that, like, of course people are gonna teach me, I know that, but like, only certain people are gonna teach me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm only gonna get it from certain people. That's not the case. Every single soul I have met beat a crackhead on the street that wants to break dance with me, or, you know, an amazing spiritual master that I happen to have the opportunity to communicate with. Both of them have taught me so much, and I'm seeing the opportunities in these unexpected connections with people as a way to just grow. And it's allowing me to let go of a lot of, like, maybe how I felt about people. Like, I was like, oh no, stranger danger. No, I mean, practice discernment, of course, but also know that there's a time and place for everything under the sun. I've learned a lot with discernment, and it's allowed me to let go of overthinking things, thinking like, is this right or wrong? Just trusting in my discernment, trusting in what God has given me, and like the detector that He's put on everything. That okay, I can see if this is good or bad. I can sense it. You can sense the vibrations. So that's been a big one. I now feel like my cup, my cup is overflowing. What do I mean by that? Well, again, it's like a full moon. That's a big theme. For a lot of people, this means that like their emotions are high. They may just start crying. They may start feeling really frustrated. They may just like explode. The emotions are high. And what we can do is reflect on where those emotions are coming from. What's the root? What's going on there? What's the purpose? What is a lesson? What are you learning? And how are you taking that energy and moving it? Where are you moving that energy? Because that's the beauty of Sagittarius. They are adventurers. They know that things are going to change. They know they don't know everything. They know that they're but one small dot on the planet, but that doesn't stop them from exploring as much as they can, learning as much as they can, and doing what they're here to do. And we all get that kind of energy. Whether you're like getting ready to travel, take a trip somewhere, or you're getting ready to learn some new skills that will help you with your mission, whatever it is and whatever it looks like for you, whatever you're letting go of, be it like, people, places, things, maybe it's an old lesson that you learned that you really thought was like, gosh, there's a lot of lessons that we learn sometimes that we need to relearn. Like, oh gosh, I'm relearning a lot. And it's about like humbling yourself at this time, like, yeah, you like, people be like, oh, Esther, you be teaching like spiritual stuff, and I'm like, I'm really just sharing my observations. I'm really just sharing what I'm learning so that I can see, like, not in a way validate it. And I don't mean it by like, oh yes, Esther, that's valid. No, I mean like, is this true or not? Like, just like any kind of experiment, A/B testing, which one makes more sense, which one resonates more truthfully with me. And so that's been a really big one. I share the ideas and I share my thoughts and I share like the lessons that I'm learning and what I enjoy just like teaching, because I'm looking to understand, like, is this actually, like, does this make sense, guys? If it does, then yeah, great. If it doesn't, then okay, awesome. I can pivot, I can move that energy, and I can figure out what does work better. And so that's been a big one. Yeah, looking at life as a spiritual school, transmuting that into experiences. That's a ticket. What is the Matrix on point out here? Really, it is. Like, I think a lot of us are waking up to the realization of what the school is like. And it's not like a typical school of we have to get good grades, although there are plenty of people that still cheat here on earth because they still have that mindset. The purpose of school is to teach you. And if you are not learning through your life experience, then you're missing the mark. Like, you are here to learn. You're not here to get straight A's. You're not here to like be that star student or valedictorian. No, you're here to learn. Like, you're just here to learn. Like, that's literally it. Like, it's not, don't like take that pressure. And I feel like that's been a big part of letting go is, stop taking things so seriously. Stop thinking that you have to be perfect the first time you do something. Stop thinking that like your life is supposed to go out this certain way, and just accept it for what it is and learn the lessons, because that's where the beauty's gonna come. That's when it's just a lot, you don't have that pressure, and it's easier for you to explore life. You don't have that pressure of I have to take things seriously, I have to be like a straight A student, I gotta pass this life thing because I want out. Yeah, we're all gonna graduate. We're in the graduating class of 2020, baby. Okay, so that's fine. But we need to take time to actually realize that it's not about the grades in life. It's not about how much you succeed. It's about what you learn along the way. And that's why, again, when it comes to people, I've learned more from people who have failed and are failing than people that are successful, which say pretty much the same thing. Work hard, be consistent. Okay, That's great, but why are there so many people out here that are failing? Why are there so many people that are working hard, being consistent? What's the secret sauce? And you can only learn this from actually looking at the failures and learning from them. So we're all learning something, and I think this full moon is giving us an opportunity to reflect. Okay, what failures in your life have you been learning from? What does that look like? Where are you taking that energy? Where are you traveling to, so that you can position yourself to try again and see what you learn? Again, if school is like this really cool classroom where we on Earth get the opportunity to learn things that only humans can, that's pretty cool. That's really fun. That's a blessing. And we can take some of the pressure off of trying to do it perfect the first time, or whatever other thoughts you may have. Like, and if each person is doing a specific topic that is unique to them and their life experience, some of us are here to learn about scarcity, what the nature of scarcity is, because we've been living in planets and worlds that don't have that it's just not a thing, because technically it's not really a thing. And we had to learn what it is so that we can further bring gratitude, grace, awareness, and value and savor the abundance that we naturally have. Like, for some people, they're learning about family. They're learning what a good family really is. And this is a hard lesson. And, they got to take the pressure away of thinking that they got to ace the first time, or, it's something that they have to pass. Like, you're going to pass away soon enough. So just learn your lesson. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm so thankful to be alive with you and be learning these lessons and to spend this time, like, on the planet with you, like, be alive and to learn these lessons. Like, this is amazing. And, it's like a continuous cycle. Again, like, this is one of the classes that we're in right now. We're getting ready to graduate. What happens when you graduate? Well, you go and you learn some more. You learn what you need to learn so that you can live the life you want to live. And a part of that is learning, okay, what kind of life do you want to live? What kind of life do you want to live? I have been feeling really led to tap more into the joy of just expressing what it is that I want to see in the world, speaking it into existence. So I really want to see, like, all of you beautiful souls on just living your best life, sharing your gifts, spreading the good vibes in whatever way God gave you to spread them, and just being secure, having a place in a community where you can just live and vibe. Like, yeah. And I think that the more that we communicate and clear out a lot of the limiting beliefs that we had and sacrifice a part of what we thought was supposed to happen, but we're realizing that actually it's not supposed to go that way, because that's just, it is what it is. What can I say? But there's still more in store. And I think the more that we can allow ourselves to relax and surrender, take time to be compassionate with what you're letting go. Some people are letting go, like, sounds so bad, their shitty attitudes are surrounding themselves, that they feel a certain type of way. They have to grieve that, because a part of their ego, a part of their identity is dying, and they're stepping into the light, and then they have to, like, acknowledge this whole shebang, and that's just a part of it. It's a blessing. And yeah. So what are you letting go of? What is just being released? And I know it's like, to me, like, when I say letting go of, I don't really feel like this full moon is really giving you a choice. It's like you don't have enough space in your hands to hold on to what you have and receive what you want. So you have to allow yourself to kind of let go and trust the process and trust the flow, because you just can't do both. And that's okay. We're here to learn the lessons, not, like, sit in them all day and, onward we go. So whatever you're learning, I hope that it's good. I'm learning a lot about just letting go, not worrying so much, but also communicating to people, listening to people, learning about people, learning from their failures, seeing how we can help each other succeed. And yeah, just take what I need, no more, no less. So that's the talk today. Here's the paint. Yeah, I don't know if you guys were expecting something, but this is what we painted out here. Okay, all my papers are gonna fall out, but yeah, I enjoyed today's chat. Before my dog comes barking more, I wanted to say thank you, God bless you, enjoy your full moon, get out there and dance, burn some prayer paper, and do the rest of the things you already know. I love you guys. God bless. Namaste. Bye, Jedi.